Yeah, 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 yeah.
Alright, y'all, so here we go, back to welcome to my channel. If you're returning, you know what I mean, it's good to see you again. If this is your first time here, you feel me, it's nice to see you. And please come back. So today we're talking about Avengers, of course, as you just saw the screenshots in the beginning. And we're talking about, because obviously E3 is going on right now as we speak, and after I'm done with this, I'm gonna continue watching E3 because that's my shit. Be waiting for E3 like it's the apocalypse. You feel me? So low-key, what it sounds like for the Avengers so far, it looks really good to me. If you guys didn't see the premiere or the preview for the game, I'm gonna leave the link, of course, like always. I will show you the trailer and the premiere here, but again, like I told y'all before, until I can get good quality, I'm not gonna treat y'all like that, because y'all don't deserve that. Feel me? You deserve the best. And if I put the trailer in here the way I can, it would not be the best. So basically, y'all, right now, all we've seen from the premiere, we haven't seen much more than we get like these little jump ins and outs of gameplay and like cinematic like situations. And this thing is all big on my head and stuff. My fault, having issues. But anyway, so right now, I guess I'll start with the characters they showed. Clearly, the characters they showed us the Hulk, they showed us Bruce Banner, they showed us Tony Stark, they showed us Captain America, and they showed us Thor and Black Widow. So those are only 5 people that we've seen so far. First thing I'm gonna start off by saying is I wonder if we're gonna get more Avengers, or they're just gonna be like the ones for this game. I mean, that's more than enough. That gives us 5 people that are fun to play with, and that all have these special abilities that we all love. So clearly, when it first starts out, they're at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. This game, oh my goodness. They're in San Francisco, which is interesting to me because I'm surprised they didn't do it in New York. But maybe they were just like, oh, all games are in New York, or there's a lot of games in New York, so let's change it up. So they did. So it starts with an attack on the bridge, and Thor and Iron Man, you know, fly into the air, charging for the bridge, ready to start. You know what I mean? Start battle. They get there, and the first person they show you a little gameplay of is Iron Man. And when he gets down to the bridge, you know, he starts. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, they start with Thor. Thor comes down. He smashes, you know, does his like electrical thing when you jump up, and you know you come down and you hit the ground. He disperses electricity, but it's not his strongest move yet. We're gonna get to that. Apparently they show that as well. Well, they do, because I saw it. But you get out. He gets out there. He's doing hand-to-hand combat. He throws the hammer, pins a guy to a truck. You know what I mean? While still fighting other people. Then summons the hammer, and then proceeds to use the hammer with more hand-to-hand combat. So far, that's a great start. It looks like an Avengers movie without a doubt. Like, and that's something that would be dope, because obviously an Avengers movie is what we would want. Like, kind of like a movie game type thing. If it looks or feels anything like the Spider-Man game did, it's gonna be successful. You feel me? So he comes down, he does all that, and then at the end of it, to take out a bunch of other dudes that showed up, he jumps up, and then he charges up first. Like if y'all saw in Ragnarok, I would put the clip in, but I don't have Ragnarok. I need to work on my shit. But anyways, so the next person that comes in is Iron Man. And he comes down and he's shooting his unit beams, and he's doing hand-to-hand combat, probably like combinations of you know, flying up. Maybe he knocks somebody out, flies them into the air, you know, knees them, you know, uses his kicks and punches while also combining them with like the jets that he has on his hands and his his feet. So that's lit in regular Iron Man fashion. And then he has, at the end of it, he has this huge beam, this unit beam that shoots out from his chest, which if everybody knows Iron Man, that the chest is I forgot what the name of it actually is, but that's the thing that you know, keeps him alive, basically. Actually, although I think in the movies he made it so that like he doesn't even necessarily need it anymore, but that he uses it for, you know, summoning the suit and all the other nonsense. What I did forget to tell you is that the way they explained it was that like using Hulk is gonna feel or is very reminiscent of Kratos in God of War, which makes sense because literally every time anybody's played God of War, they seen it, they're probably like, damn, that shit kind of reminds me of Thor, because well, he throws his axe, catches it, summons it, like catches it, like uses it for special attacks. So that's Thor and his hammer in a nutshell. Then the third person you use is the big man, the GOAT, the Hulk. That's my man's. He comes out, he jumps out of a jet, lands, and once he lands, he turns into the Hulk, does his Hulk smash on the ground, does his scream, his signature scream, which is lit to me. I know some people are like, oh, you know, he always looks like he's throwing a tantrum. I'm like, first of all, you try living in a body with two people, or living in a body that like sharing a body with another person and another brain. Like, wouldn't you be kind of tight? Like, I'd be tight. I'd probably be angry all the time, but it's some nonsense. Like, we can't never get along either. It's ridiculous. But anyways, so he comes down, he shows us some more screenshots of the game and the premiere and stuff. So he comes down, as you can see too, everybody looks really great to me. I mean, honestly, and some of them look a little blurry because they were moving. I took screenshots, so you know they were moving. So it's a little blurry because you know. But so basically, like, he comes down and he apparently his combat system or traveling system while he's fighting is based on a lot of wall running and jumping and charging his jumps and getting up there, coming down on tanks, picking up tanks, throwing them like you see in the movie. Also, that's lit. If you guys have played any other Hulk game, you know how it feels to be the Hulk. It really makes you feel like the Hulk, whatever the heck that means. So, anyways, he comes down, he does that. He's whooping a whole lot of ass. He in the premiere he picks up this tank, flips it, dumps some dude out on his head, and then kicks him like he ain't nothing. Just kicks him. You know what I mean? Get out of here. That kind of thing. He goes flying. So then the next person you play with after the Hulk is Captain America. And Captain America, you know, martial arts, hand to hand, his shield, he throws it, it ricochets, hits 3 people or 2 people, comes back to him, you know, like, again, a movie. And it sounds like him and Black Widow's fighting styles are a lot alike, which makes sense because they're the only two without, like, powers. I mean, obviously, Captain America is stronger than the average human, but but that's really it. Like he doesn't really age, you know, like, you know, regular Captain America stuff. But the martial arts stuff, I mean, he had to learn, so that's pretty basic in that sense. And then Black Widow doesn't even have the super strength. Well, actually, that's not true. I think she's supposed to be stronger than other people. I mean, she is sort of like an assassin that was probably genetically, you know, messed up when she was in the Russian situation with the people turning them all into assassins. This is a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge and Thor and Iron Man before they went, and this is a picture of Bruce Banner right before he jumps out, becomes the Hulk. Told you, comes down screaming. It's a beautiful thing. Golden Gate Bridge, this is when Iron Man first flies in and starts doing his nonsense. He shot those rockets, and this is the Hulk. He jumped from one half of the bridge to the other half because it's a big ass hole, as you can see. So it looks really good to me right now, honestly. Like, it really looks good. And the thing is, the wonder how I figure, I'm trying to understand how they're gonna make it work. Is it gonna be like you have different levels that you use each hero, or in every level can you choose a hero that you want to fight with? Depending on the level or where it takes place, maybe you only get the option to fight with 1 out of 3 people, or 1 out of 2 people, or maybe 1 out of all 5. Don't know. That's gonna be curious. I'm curious to find that out. They still didn't tell us that much at E3 about it. I mean, they haven't given us anything about the story, really, and they haven't given us anything about how the game's layout is going to be. Hopefully, it's not mostly online based. I wouldn't like that as much. I mean, it's cool. Think about that. Like, if you are online with some friends, and you choose the Hulk, and they choose Captain America, and somebody chooses Black Widow, I mean, y'all are going to wreak havoc. That's gonna be fun, but I want a story. Like, I really do want a story, and a good one, a solid one. It doesn't have to be amazing. I mean, it's a superhero movie, right? So a lot of the times, superhero movies and games aren't that crazy with their stories. Although the way they did this game, Marvel's Spider-Man had a really good damn story. Like, they did a really good job with this. And if y'all haven't played this, y'all missing out, and I'm disappointed in all of y'all. I still love y'all though. So, you mean, don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, I want more for you, kings and queens. But anyways, so the thing is that I'm curious too, as to, because later on you'll see some more screenshots, and it shows some of the villains that are going to be in it. So the way it looks like to me is that it looks like a bunch of villains got together, almost like in this with like the Sinister Six, but they're all Spider-Man villains. Instead, it's like villains that maybe, well, they're not all necessarily Avengers villains, because the first person they show, when they show Black Widow going off, and I think I have a screenshot of that too, where she's hanging on him and she's like punching him and dodging his attacks while he's flying through the air, is Taskmaster. And I don't remember Taskmaster. I haven't read all of the comic books for Avengers. I mean, I've read Spider-Man comics, Hulk comics, then DC comics and other stuff, but I didn't. Last time I saw Taskmaster, he was just a Spider-Man villain. He's actually in this too. Taskmaster's in this, but I don't know. So he's in it. Then in another screenshot, it looks like they show not Red Hulk. I forgot his name. Abomination. They show Abomination in this, like the screenshot with the Hulk going up and they fight. So that's interesting. So I'm really curious as to what happens. Are they just gonna put it together like a bunch of villains got together, said they're sick of this nonsense, we're whooping all the heroes' ass, and then they just proceed to blow up the Golden Gate Bridge, or is there something else that goes on? I don't know. If they put Von Doom in this shit, yo, that would be crazy, because then they could also they could kind of turn it into a franchise, and they can make more than one Avengers game, where, because Von Doom, if y'all haven't read the comic books, he's a problem in Venomverse. He's a problem in Spider-Man Johns. He's a problem in the Fantastic Four Johns. He's just a problem in all the Avengers heroes stories. Like, he's always shows up one way or another, and he's always dumb strong, and it's really annoying. Thanos is another option. I think he's gonna be in this, or he's gonna at least be talked about. So maybe he created this group of villains, and they're trying to take them out. That could be a thing too. So we're gonna have to see, but as of right now, we don't have that much info on how it's gonna go, but I'm curious. Like, y'all should definitely tell me down in the comments what y'all want to see, or what you think, or how do you think they're gonna lay out this gameplay, how do you think they're gonna lay out these levels, because I'm really curious. I mean, and you know what, it would be cool too if they did it like y'all saw my Watch Dogs video, and probably a bunch of other ones, because that premiered yesterday as well. Well, technically it premiered the day before, but you know, it was all for E3 basically. But like with that, you know, you drop in and out of each character as if it's GTA 5. So that would be another lit situation. If maybe for certain battle arenas or battle scenarios, you guys are all fighting together, and you can drop in to each hero, and in one level you get to play as all 5 of them. That would be lit. You know, or if they add a couple more people like Spider-Man, or they can't really add Fantastic Four, but they can maybe put Wolverine in it, you know, somebody like that, because the Avengers is big. I mean, imagine if Scarlet Witch showed up, you know, or Black Panther showed up. Like, yo, do damage. Like, it would be crazy, but that's more fighting styles they're gonna have to figure out, so it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, this is so that's Cap when he's fighting. Before that, it was just them figuring out how they were kind of shooketh, and that is her not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow on top of Taskmaster whooping his ass, and this is Iron Man after he just shot down this plane, you know, looking all gangsta and whatnot, and that's her fighting. I don't know who that is, and that's Abomination. So that's why I'm like, yo, you know, I'm curious, man. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Love y'all. Peace.